is on the air. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between our visitors and the Portland Lumberjacks. To the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Long. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Is this crowd one of the best in the league, especially this time of year? It's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here's Fields. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Fields now to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Off the play fake. Long. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Second and 8 coming up. Now it's Fields. Touchdown, Bills. That's caught. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Brandon, they just got the ball, and already they're in the end zone, and you're getting ready to talk about the PAT. That was fast.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Lumberjacks nothing.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Long. Steps away to his left. And that's caught by his tight end, Dalton Keene.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Long, throwing on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, he'll drop to throw, being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline, and that is incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 9.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Lumberjacks nothing.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Long. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw. Long. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Lumberjacks have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap. Fields sliding out of the pocket. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 23. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. Well, CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's a second touchdown run of this game, and this one, and a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go. But how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. On play action, Fields. They'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 22, Fields. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Off play action, Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Love. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Now Long on 1st and 10, buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off play action, Long. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Long now. Off play action. He's going to air one out. He's got a man. Complete. And touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lumberjacks will extend their lead here just before halftime. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
They'll try and throw for it. They'll roll him out right. And he is into the end zone, so they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Come to the line to start their next drive. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Play action. It's Fields. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here's Long off the play fake. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Dalton. 95 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll keep it on the ground. Dalton shoves him aside. And he works free. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. And what a big-time play there.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Hands it off out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Lumberjacks are able to stretch out their lead. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. They'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, here's Fields. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Love. And he's got this down to the 35. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get this one. Yard line. On 1st down, Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The Bills on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Fields. Drops it underneath the goal. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Dalton, limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Dalton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 155 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys to the Super Bowl. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Long. Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game, and when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Off the play fake. Long. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. Back to throw. Long. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Now, there was a time when I would have been upset at teams throwing the ball with a big lead late, but I've evolved a little bit. I've come around. Ultimately, they're looking for first downs, and if they think the air is the best place to do it, then so be it. In addition, you probably got a quarterback gets a nice bonus if he keeps completing passes. So they want to keep throwing the football? Fine by me.
On the move to his left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big gain there for the Bills. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Fields. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Bradley Chubb able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Fields. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for two here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Point after, right down the middle, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all three timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Dalton, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side. Dalton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next